Hey, what's up? It's your boy back at it again with another unhinged rant. This time with the face cam. Um, Bringing it back for this one, I guess. Who knows? When the day comes, who knows what it's gonna be? If it's gonna be me or the TV, like, you know what I'm saying? Who knows? You know what I'm saying? But I've been thinking about some stuff as I always do. It's kind of thing that I do. But anyways, point is, welcome back to another unhinged, unscripted, unfathomable, unbelievably crazily based in all the ways that it really should be. In fact, it's probably the most based thing you've ever heard today. Maybe not, who knows? But that's I like to believe so. But you know what I'm saying, got the face cam, we're doing our thing. But how you doing? First off, how you doing? I tried to. Sometimes I think I'm like, even though this isn't like a from the time I'm uploading it, it's in like it's little playlist and no one can see this shit unless they go look for it type of shit, that type of thing. It's interesting because I'm thinking, well, what if in the future? How do I know? Like, for example, it could be, it could be like, oh, in the future, at this point in time, like I'm thinking like, when is the time when this video will be unrecoverable? What time in history will this video be literally unrecoverable? So much so that no one even knew that it ever existed. Like they never even knew of or cared because they didn't know anyways. Like, when will it just cease to exist? Like, for example, the servers get shut down or something, or people didn't transport to other forms. Like, when is it lost forever? Right? Interesting thing about that, even when you're dead, the only thing that really keeps the memory of you is the people who remember and you being encased in the internet, or even just encased in history. For example, you put your handprint on a wall, like the old cavemen did. That handprint is you encased in history. When people find that, like, maybe they don't know that's you. That's your little step. That's your little, mark you made. So, I think that's a big thing that I try to do, is make even just the smallest little mark within the grand scheme, even though it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme, seeing how big the universe really be, and how small we are in comparison. But it's just interesting to see, like, humans need, or rather want to be remembered. Very emotional creatures, I see. Very emotional. You know what I'm saying? Like, they want to be remembered. They want to be, just known. They want to have been. They want their existence to have been important, to have been meaningful, to have lived. They want purpose. That's the big thing that we want. We want purpose. Other animals, they don't care about that. You know what I'm saying? They just eat, sleep, shit. That's all they care. That's all they do. They do whatever the fuck. We populate. That's all they do. And of course, that's the same thing humans just need to. Like I said, in previous videos, all humans want to do, or rather, all humans need to do, their whole real purpose is to improve and therefore do everything to be able to repopulate. That's it. So that includes being happy. That includes being financially, stable. Being able to, support your body and everything. Being healthy. That all that helps to repopulate, and that's all humans are here to do, really. Though I think humans are a little different than other animals because we have other bigger goals. We have other bigger goals that help us improve. Like I said, humans need to improve. So, like, it's one of the things I've been thinking about and focusing on is humans only really need to do two things within their lives at all times. One is, and all of them lead to repopulating. Even if it's not you who's doing it, it's all leading to other people repopulating. Because if you're making someone else happy, that can also lead in a butterfly effect to them repopulating, is what I'd say. So, even if it's not you yourself. But, in general, what you do in your life should be, it all should lead to that, right? It should all lead to that. What you do it doesn't matter as long as it leads to that. So, for example, like I said, improving yourself, that could be mental, physical, just healthy in general. Improving, that helps. keeping that up, that helps. Improving your skills helps to get to that goal, right? Whether it's for you or for others, right? Being happy and making others happy leads to that goal, because it leads to just people who are happier tend to, you know what I'm saying, do all of this other good stuff that will all lead to that outcome. So all the stuff that you do should be leading to that outcome, because that's what humans really are meant to do. So I mean, yeah, if you don't got a purpose, that's a good purpose for you right there. That's a good purpose right there. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's a very good one. What's so good about it is it doesn't even need you to be like, oh, I'm gonna go have a baby right now. Well, even if you ain't ready for it, or you don't even want it in general, it don't matter, because you just, you know what I'm saying, you're helping others do it by making them happy, by making yourself, and therefore also spreading around that, making yourself financially stable while also spreading around that. You know what I'm saying? All this different stuff will all benefit not only you, but everyone who you interact with, just in general. And then that will lead to higher population, which is what we want. Of course, you know what else can help that? Get into the planets. Because again, that's why improving research, all these different fields, help that. Because if we can get to other planets, we can have a higher population, and they can be there. And we don't eat up all of this planet's resources. We can go elsewhere. You know, move. You know, we can have Marsians, you know, or whatever else, right? That's what we want, right? But in general, what am I trying to talk about in this video? Just some general stuff. I mean, we'll title it whatever. It doesn't matter. We're just gonna be speaking. So, yeah, I've been watching some K-drama. You know, them niggas be like, they be a little, you know, they like their romance. Is all I'm saying. And bro, it's getting me thinking. You know, it's getting me thinking. Let me get into it. So I've been watching them, right? And you know what I'm saying. It's not like they like are next level, because you can like slip in any type of media that gets the same effect. So actually cut the romance part, because actually, you know, we might put that in later, but I want to say the difference or just how they treat it a lot of times. I feel like a lot of them do treat it well, but others kind of like romanticize it too much, or make it into like a thing where it's not really much there. It's kind of just not really in depth. Now, I've seen ones that are in depth. I have seen ones that are in depth. Oh, sorry, not pretty. Yeah, I see some ones that are in depth, but all I'm saying is it's getting annoying how many just exist and then they don't go in depth at all. It's just like, bro, can we get in depth, please? You know what I'm saying? Can we not do this, please? But again, we're jumping around topics, so I'm gonna jump to another topic. Back to the other one, actually. Thinking like, you know, are people gonna know the video? Are people gonna care? Like, I think not only that, think about the future of like when I'm older, and maybe people who knew me at that time, who knows, maybe I'm dead, I'm still alive, who knows how I am at that time. But in the future, whatever they think about me, them watching this video, people in the future, like, I wonder about that. What would they think? You know, what would they think watching this video in the future? Would they be happy? Would they be sad? Would they think some specific thoughts? I don't know. I don't know what they would think. And that's just, it's an interesting thought to think about. But you can't go too into that, because you don't know what they're gonna think. You can't think, oh, they're gonna think bad about me. You don't know. You really don't know. They can think whatever. I think I know what I would think in the future. You really don't know. You know, getting more into another topic within this video. So with these videos that I've made, there's a lot of things that happen in these videos, or that I talk about, and you know, I'll keep talking about them in future videos if I make them. But I'm thinking, like, I'll make the video, and then I'll like put it to the side, and then I'll think, oh, you know, now that I've made the video on it, right? Whoa. That happens sometimes, I guess. Oh, whoa. My bad. I think now that I made the video on that, that, oh, I no longer deal with it. It's not an issue for me because I made the video about it, right? But no, these issues come back, and they will always come back from time to time. Certain ones will always come back, not every one of them, but certain ones will always come back. And I feel like it's just stupid to think that they won't. It's stupid to think that, oh, they're never going to come back. Why would they ever come back? I mean, why would that happen? Obviously, they're solid, right? like, why would they ever go back? It's stupid. All right, it's stupid to think that. And it's going to say that in me, future me, who knows how long in the future, can look back at these videos and say, I actually might be struggling with some of these things. Maybe I got over them for a while and I came back or whatever else. Maybe I'm struggling with it for the whole time. Who knows? But or maybe he can look back and say, "Oh, I didn't struggle on this stuff. That's good for me." But the point is to say, I don't really know what I'll think, and it's an interesting thought. And there's times when even right now where I'm like, or like now in current times, where I'm like, that previous video where I talked about like, the chill video, talking about chilling, the okay to be unhappy, like all those videos, external shit. Well, that one's I've been getting better at, but the chill in the fucking other one, or the unhappy one, like in other ones too. Well, I'll think back to them and I'll think, sometimes I don't agree with stuff I say. But often I'll just look back and I'll be like, I'm still dealing with this issue right now. Yeah, I've not fixed this. And it kind of makes me feel like, maybe like I'm lying. Like for some reason, I got into these videos and for some reason someone cares that I didn't do them yet. That I'm not perfect yet. It was really just me who's mad at myself that I am not perfect yet. I'm like, oh no, I made a whole video about it. How can I not be perfect? How can I not solve the problem? I mean, I made a video about it. That means I'll solve the problem. No. That's why it's good to look back at these videos anyways. Because then I can be like, hey, you didn't solve this problem. Maybe you should work on that. But I'm here to say to my future self, all right, that it's okay. All right. Just like it's okay, say it's okay to be unhappy. It's okay to not learn. Learn your issues. It's okay to have an issue that you thought you solved. Oh yeah, I solved it, and you didn't actually solve shit. It's okay to relapse. You know what I'm saying? Like league players. You know what I'm saying? They gamer references. League players. They be like, oh, I'm normal. I'm a normal human in society, and I actually I'm normal. I'm not just a sweaty gamer and who just plays League all day. And then you know what I'm saying? They go right back. They relapse once they see that new skin. They want to, they say, damn, that shit quiet as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Look at shit popping. You know what I'm saying? So, it's Simpson, all right? You know what I'm saying? And for league champions that you're simping for. Isn't that crazy? But, they just relapse. You know what I'm saying? I'd be simping for Trendemir, though. So, like, that's... it's a little different, It's a little different. But, points to say, hey man, it's cool. If you relapse a little bit, you know what I'm saying? If you, hit maybe even a lot bit. But if you, you know what I'm saying, you get to the dark side again, you know what I'm saying? Come back with those same feelings you had. You go back to your old self. You're like, oh shit, that was me from like a long ass fucking time ago. Like I was like that, and now I'm that again. Oh god. It's happened for the 50th time this fucking week. If that's the case, you know what I'm saying? Hey, it's cool. As long as you still trying to get out of that, you good. You good. As long as you ain't giving up yet, that's about it. And it's going on to I come with this trying to adapt this more viewpoint, but it's like thinking about how meaningless things are in the grand scheme of things. I think it's just, and not only that, the biggest thing for me in this point that I'm about to make is how fast people die. How fast we can die just like that. And how we can die from fucking almost anything, any day, like any type of thing, like even when you're just doing nothing. Like you're literally not in any immediate danger, you can just like fuck up somehow. It's just like, oh god, I just fucked up or something, and then you die. Like you could just like slip in the shower. Like you don't think you're gonna die in the shower, but you could slip and just fucking break your fucking noggin open. Who knows? I mean, be careful in the shower, right? Don't be doing your shit. Don't be like fucking around in there. But you know what I'm saying? Hey, all I'm saying, bro, it can happen anytime. So I like to wake up and think, each day that's like, as long as I'm still breathing, as long as I can still think a free thought, as long as I'm still moving, as long as I'm still keeping on going, as long as I'm still, as long as I'm still eating and sleeping, as long as I'm still doing the basics, as long as I'm still doing, as long as I'm still living, surviving, whatever you want to say, as long as I'm still doing all that, hey man, we good. We good. As long as I'm doing all that, we good. Everything's good. As long as I'm doing all that. Each day that you get, each time you get to the next day is a miracle. Literally. Because who knows how you could have died the previous day. You're like surviving a random chance game, bro. You're surviving a random chance. Every time it's like, oh shit, I actually survived this time. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, I actually survived this time. Because every day, you could be dying that exact day. You could die in your sleep. Who knows? It doesn't matter what age you is. Who knows? Organ failure at any point. Even when you're young and nothing popped up, you have no disease or anything. It could just, your heart could just stop at random. Who knows? Something could just fuck up that you didn't know about. So it's worth saying, like, you just gotta, like, every day when you wake up, be like, you know what? It's a miracle I'm even here today. And not only that, be happy. Be happy that you're still here. That you can still do the things that you wanted to do, that you can do, As long as you have freedoms, that's a W. Think about it. Think about people in countries that don't have freedoms like North Korea, bro. Think about everybody. The billions. All right? Like, so many. Like, highest population country, unless they're close to India. China, bro. Think about them. Think about your life, where you are. Think about them. That's not to be like, fuck them. It's to say, well, damn. I got things that I take for granted. Because I don't have surveillance all around me. I don't have all this shit all around me. I don't have all these, like systems in place in the government that I don't like. And you can placeholder this. I'm using China because I wouldn't want to be there. I'm just using it as a placeholder. You can put anything in there. You can put anything you want. You can put like an impoverished place, or you can even say your current place. You can even say, well, let's say you live in a place that's like fucked. Like maybe some gang violence or some fuck shit, basically. Hard to eat or something. Whatever your issues are in the place. You can always look and say, either someone has it worse than me, or someone has it worse than me. Because there's always someone who has it worse than you. Even if you wouldn't like the, like you believe the country you're in or place you're in is like the worst that someone could live, right? I'm sure there's worse that people have lived in history other than what you are living right now. It's not to say, oh yeah, that doesn't help me. Well, you could say that, yeah, it doesn't help me. I'm still living like shit. Yeah, but it's good to think that certain people have lived in worse conditions, in worse mental states, worse health, everything, and have lived a pretty long time and even a decent amount prospered. That's what I'm saying. Because they had worse situation than you, but they still went and did it. They still went and got that shit. That's to tell you and show you could do that shit too. If they can do that shit in their situation, what can you do? You could sure do a whole lot. So I don't know if I've talked about this before, but a while ago, like earlier this year, I watched a show. Called Alice in Borderland. I think that's the name of the show. I think that's it. Alice in Borderland. It's a manga that like was turned to a show. I ain't read the manga, but I saw the show, and you know what I'm saying, that hit me. Season 2 go crazy, but anyways, the whole show crazy. I recommend it to literally anyone ever to watch. The whole show go crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's just, to explain it a little bit, it's about a guy who is like an avid gamer. He's like an avid gamer. All he does, he's like rich though, but like him and his friends are like struggling to get jobs. His like one friend like just got kicked out of a job. I think it's like other friend is like what like cheating or something. He's doing like some fuck shit. He's or rather he's or there's a girl that's double timing. He one of them. I'm forgetting exactly the logistics, but the main character, he's like he's an avid gamer. You know what I'm saying? And he's rich though. He doesn't have any real problems. So his parents are just like providing for him, and then his dad's like what I'm saying, hey man, you need to go do something. Stay play these fucking video games all day, bruh. What I'm saying? You need to take up the fucking company. What I'm saying? Get a position in my company so you can rise up. What I'm saying? And he's like, literally just ignores his bitch ass. He just does not even give his father any time of the day. And basically disrespecting the fuck out of him. Not even giving him even any type of attention, just playing his games. Playing some fucking COD knockoff. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what he's playing. And then, like, he and his homies go, like, what I'm saying? He goes out with his homies, right? They go to, like, I think it might be Shibuya or some place. Who knows? It's where, like, what that place is, where they got, like, the walk across. Like, there's, like, a big walk crosses, and then, like, tons of people walk across the street. That place. And I'm not going to go too into it. I'm just going to get into the general synopsis. And basically, what I'm saying? They would, like, having fun, do their thing, fucking around, until it's him and his two friends. It's him and then two other friends. And then they, like, go into, like, I think it's different in the manga, but in the show, they go into, like, a bathroom, and then when they come out, everybody's gone. So everyone just disappeared. So they're thinking, what the fuck happened? But it turned out they was in another reality that they didn't even know. Like Alice in Borderland. They were in another reality, and what they had to do, come and find out, what they had to do was complete games for days. Every game they completed, they had a few more days to live. So what I'm saying, if they completed more games, they could live longer. But if they did not, if their time ran out and they did not complete more games, or they didn't participate in games where in those games you can die because they're life or death type shit. It could be like literally the game could be. I mean, who knows? It's usually based off like children's games or similar like tag and shit. But it could be. I mean, it could just be a game. A nigga point a gun at your head. He clicks shoot. In fact, it does happen later on. But yeah, it could just be a nigga comes at you with a gun. All right, that could just be it. Like it could just be that. So you could just die. Like you could just die in the game when you go in, right? Just get shot. So like people were scared to go in there, but you got to go to the games and risk your life so you can get more days to survive. So basically, him and his friends be like trying to survive and in general trying to find a way out. You know what I'm saying? And here and there, we get, of course, I'm not gonna go all into like major like big spoilers about everything about the game and how they like discover things, but point is, in season 2, that shit went crazy, and they go into a lot of topics where they're completing these games, trying to get more time, trying to find out how to get out, type of shit. It's like they find out a way that they think will get them out. They're like, oh yeah, this way, this is the way that we discovered. This is the way that's going to actually get us out, right? So they have all that, and there's points where the main character, like I said, he, the avid gamer, what I'm saying, he had nothing to live for before, and through this he gives something to live for, what I'm saying, and it's the friends he made along the way, it's the loved ones, significant others he made along the way, it's all the trials and tribulations, but in general, he there's one line he said that was kind of like, I was like, damn. There's also this other line was pretty good, but one line he said was like, this one motherfucker who was like, hey, like he was like, they had a bunch of beef, a bunch of crazy shit happened between them, and they just have a talk like it was normal, like it was just like a casual convo they were just having with each other, and this one motherfucker asked him, hey, like, why you still keep going, bro? Like how do you even know you can get out of this game? Because like they don't know how to get back to the real world, right? Like they don't know how. They just keep getting more days with these games, and there's no one else on. It seems like the planet, though they can't really see the whole planet, but there's like no one else who's here other than people who are playing the games, right? So it's interesting because his answer to why do you keep going, there's not really a purpose, and he says like, oh, is it like for love or something? I think that's what he says. He says it for love, or is it for because you want to prove them right or whatever, like things. And he said, I keep going. Basically, he said he keep going because he just got to. He has to. And it's two different things that made him think that. But I think it's interesting to think that, everyone wants you to have this like viewpoint though. Yeah, I'm going because I want to have this noble purpose, or I want to save the world, or all this other shit. But at that time, he was just like, he had so much fuck shit happen to him. He was just like, I'm just going just cause, because he had two options. He saw it as two options. Either he gave up and just laid there and died, and then he could, and he did do that at one point. He, at a certain point in time, even it was earlier in the series, he just gave up. You know what I'm saying? He just gave up and he just like laid down and wanted to die. He just laid down for days in a row, doing nothing, just waiting to die because he didn't want to. He was too pussy to just go into a game and kill himself or some shit. So he's like, okay, I'm just gonna lay here and die. Die slowly or something. He's in that mode. But later on, he's like, hey, after all the shit he went through before that time, he was like, you know what? I'm only going because it's a better option. It's a better option. I have to. And he meant stuff, like he meant stuff within that, because there was, like he had like a general purpose to get out and to help other people get out. He had people he cared about that he genuinely wanted to help get out as well. He did have general purpose, but for him, it was hard to really find that. So he got it. He mostly just like saw it as two options: either he give up or he don't give up. He just decided, I'm gonna just decide not to give up. He just decided so. He's like, you know what, fuck it. This shit I want to do. These people I want to save. Shit, all this different stuff. I'm gonna just try. And this also goes into another part. Within that, this is more in the second season I'm talking about, I think. But there's the other part where there's these two teams in like a battle of like, I think it's like, he grab people's like tags, but instead it's like hitting their chest. They hit their chest, like an abundant changes colors. So it's blue and red, they change colors. So, what I'm saying? One of them is a group of people who have always been in the game, and their job is to kill the people of the other game to get more days for themselves so they can keep living but in the game. And they're like pros at it. And there's people who come in who are trying to win and become in that spot as well. So they can just keep living in general instead of just dying. And they were doing their thing, and they were doing all that. And what happened was, the team that was going against the big team that was like, oh, we're gonna beat all you newbies. The team that was like, they just walk in to all these newbies to all these like top tier like players who have just been in here and just killing shit, right? And by the way, there's a lot of other examples I can use to explain why this is a good show, but these are just specific ones I'm using. There's a lot of other examples, but and of course there's a lot of points in the show where you're just like, wait, I thought this would, but oh shit, wait. But in this part, they're doing all that, and it's basically our team is like how I'd say it. Has our people, the people that we care about, in the show, what I'm saying, and that team is like wanting to be part of the evil team that's trying to like kill everybody so that they can just bring them all to one team, and then they can just like keep getting more days or whatever. But he's like, oh shit, I'm gonna, fucking. They're like, oh, we want to like change over because they rather would not die. They'd rather just join the winning team, basically. They say, I'm just trying to join the winning fucking team. That's it. So they try to do that. But then one of our main characters, just it's like FMC, you could say. She was like, oh, why are you guys trying to fucking do the words I'm using for actually speaking of this? It was a very emotional scene. I'm like, hey, why you guys like? Either way, she's like, she went to a whole spiel, but basically she got at, because I don't remember all she said, to be honest. I just remember the main point of it, and it was basically that going to like joining their side wouldn't really make you wouldn't really complete you. Like they're taking no risks. They're taking the easy way out, is what I see, or is how I saw it. She was trying to say that they should be Like, why would they not just try, get a chance of going back to their real world, to their loved ones and all that? If there's even a chance, why would they not just take that chance? Then, like, what, join them? What, so you can just keep killing other people over and over again? Will it make you feel happy? You can just kill other people who come in and try to complete the game against you every time? And who knows when you'll die next time? Like, I think she said as well, like, who knows when you're gonna die next time? You'll probably die one of these days when you get on the losing side, because everyone on, because when you turn all the colors, it's kind of like Splatoon. When you put the whole thing in one color, everyone on the other team who didn't have all the colors, they dead. So even if you started on the winning team, if you were converted to the losing team and you couldn't get back to the winning team by tagging niggas, or rather by being tagged, maybe they didn't decide to tag you, like, oh, you can just die. Then you're dead. Like, you trying to get on the, hey, tag me, I'm trying to be on the winning team. Like, no, I'm good. You can die, bitch. Like, hey, because if you're on the losing team who don't got all the people having a certain color, then you die. So it is what it is. So you're saying, like, oh, you could just die one of these times. Why don't you just try to win this? If you actually win the game as the right team to win, as a team that's supposed to be competing, if you win, you can just, you can get closer to getting out. Because of course, they found out that winning the games, in this point in time, winning the games get you closer to getting out. And there's a bunch, I could talk about it for a while. There's a bunch of other good moments, and I'm gonna rewatch it too. I might even just like react to it, put in a video and like react to the whole shit again, like actually, because it's just that fucking good. But yeah, shit. Like, even though I've seen it, kind of like Death Note, I want to go react to Death Note, even though I've seen that shit. I haven't seen the whole thing actually, but yes, I'm like thinking like, oh, maybe I'll go react to it, because who knows? I mean, even though I've seen the shit, like, I mean, I would still have a lot to say. But yeah, point is, on that, it's coming. Why I say that so profound. There's a lot of other stuff in there that makes it pretty profound. But in general, that was a big thing that I kind of took away, and that whole thing kind of carries through to the end. The whole viewpoint, the whole, trying just cause, because you want to find the truth, because you want to make your way, because you want to keep going just cause there's no reason not to, as I've said before. That's powerful, very powerful. And what am I saying with this? I don't know. Maybe you do that or something? I don't know. Who knows? I just wanted to explain that that's an interesting thing that I've been thinking about, where I'm like, damn, bro, that's crazy. I'll be like, damn, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Take that what you will. Maybe I'll go into it more when I react to it, because at this point I just got to, bro. It's too good of a show, bro. Top tier, and so many niggas just don't know about it, bro. Like, they just don't. I just hope, I hope to be part of the people who are hyping it up, because it came out like a year ago. The second season came out in 2022. And that second season is crazy. You'd think in the first season, like, oh shit, that shit busting, like, pretty good. Like, the first 3 episodes, boom, crazy. Like, literally, like, make shit tear up, bro, a little bit. And then later on in the season, it's like your mind is like fucking blown. Oh shit. And the second season, you're like, oh shit. Towards the end, but not just that, you're also like, what the fuck? You literally are just like crazy in your fucking mind while you're watching it. Hey man, it's a good show. It's a good show. Alice in Borderland. All right, we know it's like a riff on like the manga like creator. We know he riffed on the obviously what this title is based off. But he just added Borderland instead in there. So like it's kind of similar, but it's different. It's supposed to be similar to, what it's based off. To be like, going into another world that's not the same, right? But, yeah. I'd say, like, the general point of this whole part is to say, hey, man, do what you do. If you ain't got, think about it, he was a gamer who didn't get no fuck, you know what I'm saying? He didn't get no fuck about nothing. But throughout the games, he was more courageous. In the beginning of the games, he was like, I don't give no fuck. Like, I'm just trying to survive, bro. But later in the games, he helped people out. He was selfless. He was smart-witted. Like, it's just crazy. Crazy. But, of course, I could probably get into that if I react to it. But if I don't, I don't. It doesn't really matter. Points to say, W show, and W, mindset, if you want to believe that mindset. It lets you just got another mindset, cool, but like, both mindsets, including that and the repopulation mindset, it's all kind of in tandem, all like working to be like, that there's no reason, as I've said before, to give up, because, what I'm saying, as I've said before, man, if you give up, what I'm saying, it don't really matter. You might as well die. Like, what are you gonna do? Just sit there and do nothing? You might as well die. So hey, otherwise, a better option is to just keep going, because you ain't losing nothing. You don't lose anything from doing whatever you want. It just doing the action in general. Even if you go up to a nigga and slap him in the face, which you shouldn't do, but maybe if you did that, hey, it didn't matter. Literally, it didn't matter, because I mean, from what I believe in, at least, when you dead, we don't know what happens. So I mean, who knows? It could be fucking hell on earth. It could literally be hell, or rather, it could be just hell. Like, just be the worst thing ever. Eternity of suffering. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe you didn't get a choice, and that's just how it is. So since you don't know what happens after this, you might as well treat this shit as a gift. Be like, you know what? It's really, like, comparatively to what it could be, hell seems pretty good, doesn't it? See, when you compare it to what, because again, you don't know. What if you get out and, like, it's, you get out of the Matrix and it's fucked out there? You're like, this is a horrible reality. What the fuck? Like, comparatively to what it could be, all I'm saying is it's pretty fucking good in comparison, bro. It ain't that bad compared to what it could be. So, what I'm saying? You might as well just give that shit as proud and be like, all right, let's just enjoy what we got it, bro. Enjoy the shit while we got it. Enjoy, the normalcy you got while you got it. That's all I'm saying, bro. But, yeah. And, of course, on the learning thing, if you don't learn, you don't learn. Relearn. It's like when you learn a language, you forget some of the shit of that language. Just relearn it. I mean, if you forgot basics, relearn the basics. If you forget things, relearn them. I mean, it's really not that hard. And if you, like, for example, even stuff like these videos, if, what I'm saying, if you don't learn what's been said in this shit, if the shit didn't work out, it is what it is. Like, recently, I had this thing where I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna upload every day. And, I did decently well, but I stopped doing that. I didn't even finish the challenge fully, because I realized that, first of all, it was my own self-inflicted challenge, and two, I didn't really need to. It didn't really help me to force myself to do it and make worse videos, because I was going to force myself to make videos to put them out every day, and they would be worse in quality. I said, you know what? It helped me realize that if I sit down and just make a video that I enjoy, that's really good to me, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, and they tend to do better when I do put more effort into them, into the marketing, the thumbnail, the actual video itself, and everything, the intro, making it good and all that. Like, just making just a good video. It just is night and day for viewers, right? And I think the biggest thing a lot of people don't do is market their video right. So I've been working on that, marketing my videos right as well. But yeah, man, you can change your mind as well, because sometimes, what I'm saying, you say, oh, I'm gonna do it every day, and then you change your mind. It's cool. You can look back at old you saying that you were gonna do that thing, like, huh, well, he was wrong. But it's cool though. You know what I'm saying? Because you can change your mind whenever you want. It don't matter, bro. Change your mind. Go ahead. We ain't gonna judge you. Some people might, but who the fuck is they? Who cares? I ain't judging. No one else judging. Who matters? Alright, you know what I'm saying? Because it don't matter, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you don't, whatever works for you. If you say, hey, I'm gonna eat this type of food every day for the next 2 weeks, and then on day 2 you're like, I don't want to eat that shit no more, then that's fine. You just don't eat that. Don't eat it anymore. Then I mean, I don't see a problem. Like, unless you need to eat it, it's like it's not the point is that's a self-inflicted challenge. It's not something you need. It's just self-inflicted. You just said you would do that. So just if you don't feel like it, don't do it. Like, niggas be burning themselves out because they feel like they gotta grind, bro. Like, I gotta grind. Burning themselves out. They don't take no rest days and shit. Like, or if they do, they're like, oh shit, I feel like shit because I'm not grinding. Ay, karibu, ay, she better, ay, shit, my boy, ay, shit. Like, what are you doing, bro? Disgusting. Disgusting. Anyways. Yeah, we're done talking. I've said what I wanted to say. I'm not gonna do another anyways. I said it again. Maybe wait. Anyways, fuck. I'm not gonna say any more. And point is, I'm not gonna say any more. Points is because there is no points. It don't matter. There's no point in general. There's never been a point. Take it what you will. Take it what you will. Take it which way that you will. Bitch, I got a bill in my pocket. Rock it. Gonna get it. Motherfucker, start it. We gon' get it in that bed. Throw it in. Okay, sorry. Just leave. I don't want to do this game with you no more. I do it too many times. Just leave. I'm tired of you. Yeah, I'm tired of you. But also, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm tired of you. I'm tired of you. I hate you. Yeah, I hate you. Like, yeah, I hate you. Like, bitch. I hate you. Give me a kiss. Have an ass. That's every K-drop in a nutshell. I hate you. Now kiss me. like that's like, I hate you. Now let's make out. Like that's exactly every K-drop. Every K-drop in that fucking nutshell. God damn, I need to make a whole video just talking about how fucking stupid K-dramas be, bro. They be stupid as fuck and they fucking shit, bro. Maybe I need to write some too, but yeah, I just need to talk about all that, bro. Because them K-dramas, they have good stories. They usually, I mean, the good ones have good stories, right? And they can make you feel stuff, yeah, it's good stuff. But at times it can be a little odd, a little cringe, a little like, but either or, the ones I get into, like I keep watching, like I watch them because they, I mean, they're interesting. They have a good story, you know what I'm saying? But we can go into that in another video. Bye. I'm not gonna drag it out. Bye.